In this video, I want to go over 7 tips to become cold and distant. And I know it might sound a bit unconventional and it might even raise an eyebrow, but let me clarify. If you're someone that wants to become cold and distant, it's not about becoming unfriendly. It's more about maintaining your composure and regain control in various situations. Because being able to pull back and project a certain level of detachment is super crucial in this fast-paced world. And that's why it's extremely important to be able to have the skill set to be cold and distant. And with that said, let's get started. So before we jump into the tips, I want to go over a few key benefits as to why you want to embrace coldness and distance. The first thing is enhanced decision making. If you're someone that can emotionally detach yourself from a situation, you can make more rational decisions. Second thing is reduce stress. If you're someone that can keep your emotions intact, you can avoid feeling very stressed out or even experience anxiety. The third thing is improved relationships. It might come as a surprise, but if you have a measured approach when it comes to your relationships, whether it's a personal relationship or a professional relationship, you can improve this relationship because you're looking at it from a rational perspective. And the fourth thing is enhanced focus. If you're someone that can detach your emotions from certain scenarios, from certain goals and expectations, it will help you to stay focused on your goals and objectives. Pretty cool, right? So now I want to talk about the tips. Number 1, master emotional intelligence. Being cold and distant doesn't mean devoid of emotions. It's actually quite the opposite. Understanding your emotions, what triggers them, and why you feel certain things is the cornerstone. Because research by Daniel Gorman shows that if you're someone that has emotional intelligence, it is crucial to be successful in various aspects of life. So emotional intelligence is a skill set that you must master if you're someone that wants to be cold and distant. Number 2, practice the pause. In emotionally charged situations, take a step back and pause, because reflecting on the situation can make all the difference. Because what this brief pause allows you to do is to take a step back and look at the situation from more of an objective perspective. Rather than have an emotional impulsive reaction, now you've got some time to think whether you even want to react or how you want to react. Number 3, set boundaries. Being cold and distant is all about setting boundaries. Let people know from the beginning what you're comfortable with and what are off limits, because this not only protects you as an individual. If you're someone that's quite an emotional individual, now you can protect your emotions, but at the same time a lot of people will respect you because no one knows what your boundaries are. Only you know them, especially if they just meet you. And if you show them your clear boundaries, then they'll be like, okay, cool, now I know what playing field I can push. Now I know what I can talk about, what topics are acceptable, what topics aren't acceptable. And this way people exactly know how to act around you. Number 4, develop a poker face. Ever seen a professional poker player? They are a master at maintaining a neutral facial expression. That's why practicing a poker face can be an extremely useful tool if you're someone that wants to keep your emotions hidden. Number 5, control your reactions. Just like pausing before you respond, it is extremely important to control your reactions. When you pause and you take a second, think about all of the scenarios that you can create. You can be mad, you can start to shout, you can ignore that individual, you can say something back. And even if you decide to say something back, there's a lot of different things you can say. And that's why it's extremely important to control your reaction, because there's so many different alternative routes that you can take. And if you take a step back and you control your reaction, this way you will come across as a cold and distant person. Number 6, prioritize self-care. If you are someone that wants to be respected, it is extremely important to prioritize self-care. Because if you're someone that can't simply take care of yourself, it means that you simply don't respect yourself, and others will see the same. Every time you see someone that's high maintenance, every time you see someone that properly takes care of themselves, subconsciously, instantly you respect them more. And I want you to do the same. Have a proper self-care routine. Take care of your body, take care of your skin, take care of your hair. It does not matter. Make sure you look your best as much as you can, because this way not only will you gain respect, but if you decide to be cold and distant, people will respect you more. And if you are a guy that wants to turn heads everywhere you go, I would highly recommend you to check out my free Glow Up Secrets book. This book will help you to turn heads everywhere you go. Make sure you look your best, dress to impress, have an amazing physique, and will also help you to alter your mindset to be ready for success. And that's why if you are someone that's looking for a book that will help you to glow up and that's completely free, then I would highly recommend you to check it out. Now let's move on to number 7, develop resilience. Building resilience is crucial if you want to be able to stay strong when you're faced with challenges. Because if you're someone that wants to be a cold and distant person, you need to build resilience. Resilience means strength. Resilience means I'm not giving up on myself. Resilience means that even if the odds are stacked against me, I don't care. I'm still gonna say what I stand for, and that's respectable. And that's why if you're someone that wants to be cold and distant, it is extremely important to build resilience. Those were the 7 tips on how to be cold and distant. If you'd like to see more videos like this in the future, please consider to the subscribe button and leave a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I genuinely appreciate your time and I hope to see you on my next video. Bye bye.